What is up, you guys? Chill Gamer back here again. Looking here to bounce back from that tough loss at the Jazz. It's just first game. It's gonna be a long season. Our main focus is the championship. Let's see what we can do versus the Timberwolves here. Got a little NBA Cup action, so without further ado, let's get right into it.
I told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at.
Does that mean that you finally got me a shoe deal?
What? Come on, man. I ain't just get you one shoe deal. I got you 6.
Yeah, stop playing. What you mean?
All these people right here want to sign you. Okay, and they're more than happy to come to terms with us. All you got to do is tell me which one you want to go with, and we golden.
Bro.
Great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid to wear sneakers, man. This is the kind of thing that we dreamed about back in Plainview, man.
And this is just the start, okay? Look at the names on the spreadsheet. These are all the companies you can work with if you keep going the way you're going.
Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work, bro.
Come on, man. That's what you pay me for. This ain't no charity. I'm here to help you maximize your brand. Nothing left on the table.
Hey, respect, man.
Hey.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
this
no
is
doubt.
major, man.
No doubt.
All right.
At 6'3" number 9, MP.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. And we got a special game for you tonight. This one part of the NBA Cup. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We got one more great treat for you, folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Berry's face. He is thrilled to have you here. Here we go. And it's the Kings to start out. And tonight marks the start of the NBA Cup for MP. I know a major goal for him is winning this competition, making a statement to the rest of the NBA.
Well, when you look at the Cup, you almost have to win this first game to advance out of the group stage. So MP has made it a point to get his teammates ready, imploring them to treat this like a playoff game. I'm excited to see how they come out.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, MP certainly has his heart set on winning this NBA Cup. I asked him why it was so important to him, and he said it'll show just how strong this team is, that we're competitors, that we're must-watch basketball this season. MP certainly sounds committed to this tournament. Guys?
We all love the NBA Cup, don't we? And I bet his coach loves hearing his player MP say that as much as we do. Thank you, David. A wide open look here for DeRozan. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10 or 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Pass to Edwards, and stolen by Murray. Fast break, here we go. Here's Valanciunas. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others.
Valanciunas sets a screen for MP. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Edwards. And he makes good on the layup. Edwards got his second bucket.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
Back to MP. Murray, the pass to Valanciunas. Kings moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. So Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA team and different accolades.
Yes, well said. Levine feeling it out a bit. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And running the pick and roll to perfection there. Much easier to execute when you have a handle like Levine.
Outside Edwards. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And now Sacramento on the break. And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here is Edwards, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Randle outside. MP against DiVincenzo. McDaniels gets a wide-open look. Sinks the triple.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And MP throws it down hard.
Solid execution by MP. It goes a long way when you master the pick and roll, especially early in your career.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to DiVincenzo. Randle against Murray. Randle outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, and all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax, it's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron, and that certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum, and we're seeing that happen to at least 1 or 2 teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50.
Making a change here. And here's Randall. Last game out, 36 points for him. Here's Alexander Walker. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Pass to Shannon. Reed with a screen on Monk. Shot's good by Shannon. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. You know, we've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Pass to Alexander Walker. There's 37 seconds left in the first. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
On the wing, Monk. Here's the screen. And he hits the jumper for 2. Monk's got 5 now.
And I love the fact that he has great confidence in that jump shot. Monk does a great job of shooting with quickness, but never rushing.
Here's Shannon. No good with the triple. 1 second left. And so it's Sacramento in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Kings.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Edwards. Then it's Miller. Then there's Reed. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game, and that sticks with you a little bit.
Late June, NBA free agency is such a busy time for you, Shams. During the start of that hectic period, walk us through your day. What's your life like? I've asked you this before in previous times you've been out here with us, but do you get any sleep?
I'm up 24/7 because the great part about free agency, Kevin, is you never know when you might get that call, you might get that text when a player has committed, when a player has decided to go to a specific NBA team. That is what I live for. That's what I know the fans live for, and I'm one of those fans, so I want to make sure I know as well, and I'm able to inform in an appropriate, timely, responsible, and fair way, and accurately. So for me, there's not much wiggle room when it comes to sleep. I try to make up for it later, but NBA free agency, trade deadline, draft, those are time periods when I know I have to be on. I might be getting a call now, Kevin, actually.
Well, wait, I was just going to ask you. We're doing this game. I'm looking at your phone. It's lighting up. You're looking down. You're looking at the game. You're talking to me. You're doing two things at once.
I have to be multitasking at all times, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, it's the best. Back to Edwards. Edwards getting the close range, too.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
MP looking around. Miles with the screen. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards kicks to Clark. Now here's Reed. Still scoreless. And Reed throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Monk outside. Just 5 on the clock. Great open look there. Monk's got 7 points. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. Knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Murray is screen on Edwards. To the middle. Monk outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 12 points for him.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
MP against Edwards. Rebound by the Kings. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. MP inside. Edwards defending. Monk, the pass to Lyles. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Pass to Monk. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Anthony Edwards. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Levine's checked in for Sacramento. Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Clark. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, GA?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Edwards. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things
DiVincenzo against MP. DiVincenzo with it. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Portland.
By his passing another high point in that game, he made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the King. It's a three-point game. Pass to Murray. Here's MP. Murray outside. Clock at 6. MP finds DeRozan. They need this. MP, no good.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Randall. That one doesn't go. Murray with the defensive effort.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Toms, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Valanciunas. Randall passes to Alexander Walker. And here's Gobert, guarded by Valanciunas. Pass to McDaniels from the arc. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And give credit to Gobert there. Excellent pass to an open teammate.
Here's MP. He's coming off a 25-point game against Phoenix.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Substitution. 0-0. Terrence Shannon.
Here's MP, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
You look at the Timberwolves, season is young, but they're coming up. A great team that still has room for improvement, man.
You just hope they can maintain this level of play all season long. They've been a fun team to watch.
Indeed.
Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
DeRozan and Murray slotting at the small and power forward. MP out there with Levine, and it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Inside, Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Timberwolves trail. Now Randall. Pass to McDaniels. For the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hooper. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
The Kings have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And both free throws good for MP. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Count that one. Levine's got 11 points.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Randall passes to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on DeRozan. McDaniels kicks to Randall. Just 3 to shoot. They get it back. Pass to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You can feel the presence as Valanciunas gets himself in the right spot.
MP knifes his way inside.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. It's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. MP is number 1.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
Randall outside. Can they get it? And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 8.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
DeRozan, a screen on DiVincenzo. MP finds DeRozan. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Gobert. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game. MP against DiVincenzo. Valanciunas with a screen on DiVincenzo. The offensive rebound. For 3, Murray. That one misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. McDaniels dishes to Gobert. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he hits it to tie the game up. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter. MP outside. Levine sets the screen for MP. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. Gobert with it. Now defended by Levine. To the inside. Here's Gobert, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
Here's Hooper, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Murray against Randall. Kept alive. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
MP outside. Murray left side. The 3 from MP. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Levine. Shot clock at 5. Here he goes. And Valanciunas with the block.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Levine. He's around 14 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds.
And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when a star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
And the Kings making a change here. Monk's checked in. And checking out some numbers for Dante DiVincenzo.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Valanciunas with a screen on DiVincenzo. MP passes to Valanciunas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brent, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Edwards looking it over. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's DeRozan missing. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 15-5 run here. Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves. MP inside. Defended by DiVincenzo. Picked his pocket. To the paint. Here's Randall. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 13 points for Julius Randle. MP outside. Beyond the arc. Bring it up for MP. A 3.
The D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Fires the 3. Monk grabs the board. Monk's got his 5th rebound in this one. Deflects the pass. DiVincenzo with it. Now defended by Levine. Edwards careening his way to the rim. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And not to mention, they're playing with great activity. A lot of blocked shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition. Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Edwards against Monk. Outside Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Kings trail by 7. MP outside. On the wing, Levine. Back to MP. The 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall left side. Shoots over DeRozan. That's good from Randall on the assist from Edwards.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so MP will bring it up for Sacramento. Levine, a screen on DiVincenzo. The drive by MP. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Levine.
I don't know how you're going to defend that MP running the pick and roll like a seasoned veteran.
And here's Edwards. 20 points for him. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Edwards with the floor spacer.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is it. Glad to have you along for and some changes. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Lyles. DeRozan comes in for Zach LaVine. And MP subbed in for Ellis. The Kings trail by 8. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Clark. Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Shannon in at the 3.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's MP. He takes it in.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
Timberwolves leading by 8. here's DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. Monk defending. Monk against Edwards. That shot is off. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Kings have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Soft floater. You see how MP has really improved his craft.
DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Kings making a change here. Isles checked in. The Timberwolves making a switch here. And so it's Minnesota with it. They've led by as much as 10. Outside for Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 17 points for Julius Randle.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
And a wide open look for MP. Offline with his 3.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Edwards dishes to Randall. Back to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Monk. Down low. And finished off by Gobert. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
And I like that. Edwards comes off the pick, keeps his options open, and then just makes the right read.
Hooper using his athleticism. MP with the point.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Clark outside. Back to Edwards. Banked in off the glass. Edwards got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
MP against DiVincenzo. And Valanciunas kicks to MP for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. Randall outside. Pass to Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. Back to Gobert. Outside for Randall. Off target from outside. The Kings trail by 10. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall from downtown. Sacramento grabs the miss. Monk's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The drive by MP. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the defense tries to collapse on MP's drive, but he just refuses to back out.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Keegan Murray comes in for Lyons, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Malik Monk. Randall a screen on LaVine. For 3, Edwards. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. DeRozan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's MP. Randall with some nice D. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
It's hauled in by MP. The Kings trail by 8. To the paint. Right through contact. MP.
Battling in the paint, MP not letting himself get pushed around.
Murray against Randall. Randall is doubled. Fires the 3. A nice shot by McDaniel. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
MP against DiVincenzo. Bean passes to Murray. Valanciunas with the ball. On the wing, MP. Defended by DiVincenzo. Cooper. Gobert with the block.
And there's a reason Gobert has led the league in block shots.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Minnesota leading by 9. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. And the layup's good off the glass.
DiVincenzo has to be agile on the interior, and that time finds a way to get it done.
Here's Hooper. MP stuffs it in off the drive.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Randall's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. MP against DiVincenzo. The three from MP. Nailed from three-point land. MP's got 37. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. Poked away and stolen by MP. Goes up. And the dunk by MP. And an intentional foul right there.
Zach Levine, second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
So it's Minnesota now. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Fifth team foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Julius Randle.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 7. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Murray outside. A 3-ball. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And so Minnesota takes the win. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were a 7th man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious 4th grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career waving towels at the end of the bench.
You know what? You've been selling me short since college, man. How about this? We could have won a championship, but you looked me off to take a double-team 30-footer at the buzzer, buddy.
For the last time, Russell, you weren't open.
I was open.
Guys,
I was open. I was wide open.
Just, if I may, can I just say, wowzers. I'm so looking forward to learning from both of you. And more data is always important, even when it's something as unquantifiable as trash.
Shut it, Toby!
Okay.
Let's start the segment. Don't trash talk if you can't back it up. There's nothing worse than writing checks with your mouth that your game can't cash.
That's what I'm saying. Not only does it make you look like a clown, but it demoralizes your teammates.
You'd know all about demoralizing your teammates, wouldn't you, Russ?
Oh, you would like to think so, except that my basketball skills were so superior to yours my entire career that you couldn't even hold a candle to me, Jalen.
Guys, if I may, just to put some perspective on this, there are only 525 athletes in the NBA at any given moment. And FIBA estimates there are 450 million basketball players worldwide.
Wow.
Which means you're in the top 99.9% of players by just being in the NBA alone, which that's a pretty impressive stat, Jalen.
Toby.
Yes?
Enough. You already won the lottery by marrying my sister. There's no need to suck up to Russell like this. It's unseemly.
I'm not sucking up. I want to make sure everyone feels like they have value, and I'm just following the data and seeing where the facts lead. You know what?
Shut it, Toby.
Okay.
Do keep your trash talk about the game. We're all competitors here, but there's no need to bring up family, friends, or physical attributes. In other words, show some class.
Jalen, you literally just brought up my wife.
Yes, Toby, but I did it with class. And besides, this is television, not basketball. Anything goes.